Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to our Sea Ice Survival Challenge type scenario thing here in Rimworld. When we last left off, our little colony was doing well. We have a new friend here who is actually completely useless and is basically just free meat. So, gonna kind of tell you to stand over here. And Corbin, once he is done, I'm gonna tell you to come on over here. And you're just gonna shoot her. Let's see how this... There we go. Good work there, Corbin. And let's see here. Health, you get no treatment or rescuing whatsoever. And go ahead and strip her now. Just so we don't get the dead man's clothes debuff on her. Alright, well, with that brutal act of wanton cruelty and sociopathy, and psychopathy, well... Psychopathy or sociopathy. Maybe. No, what are you doing, Ark? No, I don't want you to build that. I want you to... Go do something else. Yeah, clean some dirt. No, don't build the armchair. Go back to researching. Deconstructing is Corbin's job. Alright. Now, rough shot. Now, there was a better way I could have done this. I could have just had her leave and... Oh, and she's dead. Well, that worked out nicely. Good job, Corbin. You horrible, horrible human being. Feeling terrible, disturbed sleep. Colonist died. It'll only last 5 days. And yet, if an animal dies, it lasts over a season. That's interesting. Oh, wait, there it is. Very impressive barrack, which doesn't quite counteract the shared bedroom. That's unfortunate. But it is what it is, and eventually we'll, we'll probably finish this, and then Corbin can get to constructorizing. So I want Corbin doing all the construction work just because, with resources as limited as they are currently, I don't want... I probably should... Well, no, there's no... Ark's never going to go in here. There's nothing for her in here. So... Oh, and... Alright, problem solved itself. We have butchered her. There we go. Finish that chair. Ooh, yeah. And it's a poor quality chair, so deconstruct it. Alright. Good. There's a little bit more domestic stuff going on here, I guess. Alright. Well, I could mark everything as being indoors. I mean, I'm assuming Ark would still spend most of her time in here. But it would let her clean everywhere else as well. Which also leads to some unfortunate implications that the one woman, who is also a nudist, who is basically here just to amuse Corbin until he decides to eat her, is doing all the cleaning. Of course, and again, Corbin's doing all the cooking, so I guess they're splitting the domestic chores, so it's not all bad. It's still pretty terrible. This is a horrible, horrible, horrible place to live. If I had to guess, I could work on hydroponics, but... Oh god, just imagine if we had to provide our own seeds. The resource management aspect would be crazy. But still not that bad. Let's go with electric smelting next. And now that we have all these other things, let's see here. Ah, loading bench. That is for making guns. Gotcha. We don't have the resources to do that. But if... Oh, you know what? I should be just making everything out of silver. What am I thinking? I don't know if I want Ark doing... What are you doing? Okay, you're deconstructing. I mean, I don't know if I like you doing that just on the grounds that you won't get as much material back as Corbin will. Well, actually, let's kind of see. Oh no, it's about the same, so I guess it's all good at the end. Alright, that works out. Alright. I mean, we're still losing out on some materials here, right? Because, yeah, it requires 100. But as long as raids keep happening, we're going to keep getting materials back, so it's all going to work out at the end of the day. So, yeah, Corbin's going to get some experience here, and Ark is going to become a super genius researcher. You know, Ark, you really should get out of here when you can. You're also really good at growing. Like, you're basically... You are wasting your time here. Like... Corbin is never going to love you, Ark. He kind of views you as basically like just a houseplant at best. Because, you know, you're just kind of there to amuse him when it suits his fancy. Oh, there we go. There's a normal armchair. That's good. And this is also awful, so we'll deconstruct that, and then we'll try to build another chair. Right here, I guess, because why not? I think if these get better quality, then... Well, that was kind of awkward. You're just sitting on him, apparently. Or something. Alright, that's not needed at all. Actually, are you getting a buff for sitting... Let's see. Cabin fever. Right. You'll die if you go outside, so, you know. Let's see here. Impressive barrack, wearing worn-out apparel, spacious interior, fine meal, impressive. It doesn't say that you're comfortable, however. So I think the quality has to be above normal to get the buff. I think. Also, what clothing are you wearing that is worn out? The backpack. Gotcha. I've noticed this over in my new Arkham playthrough as well, is they'll keep wearing shoddy, like, I'm going to call it like secondary clothing, like backpacks, boots, stuff like that, which don't seem to get limited. Of course, then again, I don't think I have, well, we'll leave the whole backpack thing for now. Ugh. I could just burn all this stuff. I think. And that would count as fuel, I have to assume. A little campfire in here. Wow, it's actually getting pretty cold in here. And Ark may go crazy from cabin fever. Yeah, but then again, it is still counting as, like, you're not... No, it's cold enough that it counts as slept in the cold. That is less ideal. Let's bump everything up by 10. See if that helps. Hopefully it does. Doesn't seem to be, though, so I am probably going to have to come up with something to, like, double up the walls. So, with that in mind, let us start deconstructing all of this. We're not really using this right now. Oh god, wait, Corbin. Hang on a second. Let's see here. Zones. Clear, build roof area. And, yeah. I gotta get you to clear the roof first. And there is a Manhunter pack of wargs. They're all coming after Corbin as well. That's... Wow, you have a bad back. But what I actually want to check here is, what are your survivable ranges? To negative 65. Will they just leave once, Alright, I'm gonna get Corbin to go ahead and hunt them. Oh! What's all this? Who died over here? Who are you? Snotface. How long have you been lying there? Oh, wait, we can get more materials out of this. From these ship chunks. Any other ship chunks lying around here? Not to mention, but I've turned off the Fog of War because, as I mentioned before, I believe, I found it just a little bit, not helpful for our current situation, in the sense that it was making it hard to tell what was going on. Now, let's change to single shot. Let's also reload while we're at it. And I'm pretty sure Corbin will be able to kill these things before... You will shoot them, right? Like, I don't have to manually tell you to kill them. Or what is this? Charge rifle, Corbin's... Oh, there we go. Oh, I was able to shoot him. Never mind then. Okay. Ooh, you missed. Yeah, it's probably better to just kill them. Alright, you can do it, Corbin. There we go. That's the money shot. I guess. More or less. Damn, Corbin is a badass. Look at him picking off these manhunting wargs. Plus, it'll get us some extra fur and meat. So Ark can continue not, you know, dying of various... Or, well, can continue not eating human meat. Oh, don't worry, these things are... They're down, they can't hurt me. Would be kind of cool to bring one of these back to health and raise it as a pet, and then slowly, as we get the resources, convert it into some kind of cyborg, much like our friend Corbin over here. Yep, good old John Corbin. Oh, and your first priority is to take this person's corpse, apparently. Not to the wargs. Alright. Well, you do what you gotta do, Corbin. You got your priorities in the right place, probably. I love that it's so cold that no one will possibly freeze to death over here. Good stuff. Good, Corbin, you didn't put your backpack back on. That is less ideal. I do have you set to hunt, right? Yes. Oh, but because cooking is higher, you're gonna focus on that first. I gotcha. Alright, that makes a certain amount of sense. Let's talk about poor Ark here. Like, she is not in a good place. She is in a very dangerous situation, having to live with this crazy guy. Let's make another human lover armchair. 2 more, in fact. I mean, we're living in furniture made out of people. I'm gonna say for a second here, it'd be kind of interesting to make a double bed out of human leather. Nothing says I love you like a bed made out of people. Yep. Yes, sir. Anyway, let's switch this back to burst fire. I think burst fire makes the most sense. In most situations. Since in most situations, I'm not that concerned about wasting ammo, though since getting more charge shots is, getting more ammo is going to be a bit of a difficult situation. It's probably something I should pay a bit of attention to, but I'm not going to worry too much about at this particular time. Oh, that's why Corbin's not wearing it, because it's not high enough quality. Let's see. A teacher named Franklin Mosley calls from nearby. Being chased by pirates. Begs for safety. He is also 59 years old. I'm just going to ignore that. Goodbye. And we've finished some smelting. Also, they shared a rumor with each other. Kind of wondering what kind of rumors Corbin and Ark could possibly have between each other, considering the fact that they're the only people living here. What? Alright. Let's go with drug production, because why not? Might as well learn how to make some drugs. Drugs are probably fun, I guess, maybe. How is Corbin doing anyway? He's got a pretty good mood. He's not as high a mood as he could be, because of darkness. What do you mean you ate without a table? There's a table right here, god damn it. And the whole slept in the cold modifier. I'll be honest with you, sleeping at, you know, anywhere between 5 and 10 degrees Celsius, that is not cold. Not if you're under a blanket, at least. Like, come on. You guys don't even take your clothes off and switch into pajamas when you go to bed, so you're still bundled up. You shouldn't be complaining. Just whine with these people. And I wonder sometimes why I put up with their nonsense. Alright, we've got some more drugs. Good stuff. You know what, let's work on this. It'll be hilarious if I can kind of cheese it and turn. Of course, then again, the terrain will never be capable of actually supporting life at these temperatures, so I'd have to build something, but anyway, we'll continue working on stuff. We'll see. You failed, Ark! You wasted resources. How dare you? Alright, well, we've got some more chairs. She's lucky. Corbin seems like the kind of person who might kill and/or eat you for failing him. Have I emphasized yet exactly how much of a monster Corbin probably is? And that it's only a matter of time. It's not a matter of what, or not a matter of if, but when Corbin inevitably turns on her. Times are going well. We have massive quantities of food. But as soon as the storyteller decides, you know what, just to be safe, I'm gonna not tear this down. And I guess with that in mind, if I'm not gonna tear that down, let us, let's clear... Oh, it's because I didn't actually switch this to no roof area, so we won't build roofs here, but there's already a roof, so I assume it's not going anywhere. Alright, so we do have some more resources. Of course, yeah, I'm gonna have to wall this up as well. I could just tear down everything, to be honest. Actually, perhaps what I should have done from the beginning was tear all this down and move everything over here. All in a scene. Oh, come on. That's just an oversight right there. In my opinion, that Ark gets a negative opinion for that. I mean, she's walking around all day naked anyway, so whether you're bathing or not shouldn't matter that much to you. What are you doing, Corbin? Ah, good. Tearing apart these ship chunks, which gives steel and components, I think? Let's find out. Yes, good. Where are you going, Corbin? No. While you're out here, you might as well... I mean, cannot repair. You can repair a ship chunk? Alright. I mean, if that's a thing. Yeah, prioritize hauling as much of that steel as you can. And if you're going to be going back there anyway, you might as well. And I'm starting to wonder to myself if I should move the food stocks to be closer here. I'm getting kind of tired of people here complaining about not eating with tables when there's tables right here. Right here, I tells you. Anyway. Alright, so things are going well. People are mostly happy. Luciferium is safe. Maybe if we get a steady stockpile of it, I might even put Corbin on Luciferium just to make him even more ridiculously overpowered than he already is. Of course, we could go further. If Prepare Carefully allowed it, I would have replaced all of his organs with synthetic parts as well. But, unfortunately, what's this? Terrain Rehabilitation, we've got that. Let's see. What's something that might... You know what? I actually kind of overestimated how long it takes to get research done. So I probably didn't need to build in that little speed boost that I did in the scenario. I just figured for a Let's Play that research might take a long time, and I wanted to make sure that it didn't take too long, but I think I sped up research a bit too much, in retrospect. What are you guys doing with each other? You're sharing... Oh, you're sharing secrets with each other. You know what? I bet that's not even a real secret Corbin gave her. It's probably a lie. I can see Corbin doing that. I really talk up about how much of a monster Corbin is, where he hasn't done anything that bad. I mean, aside from brutally murdering and butchering several people at this point. I mean, considering how many hunks of long pork, and of course the fact that he constructs armchairs out of people skin. I mean, that's also probably something to be a little concerned about, I guess. Well, I'd probably... Though, apparently, you can't online actually buy wallets and stuff made out of human leather, so that's a thing. Hopefully it was consensually provided human leather. I mean, that would be kind of a bad thing otherwise. I mean, sounds like an interesting novelty. I don't know if I'd want to... Myself, I don't know if I'd want to own a wallet made out of human leather, but, I mean, it couldn't be that bad. Probably. Probably. Anyway, this is actually working out relatively well now that we have this little clothing stockpile, so I'll have to keep that in mind. If I'm going to use the hygiene mod, gotta have like a little clothing stockpile immediately around the tub area, so that they'll actually properly dress again. Though at some point we'll have to try this Dub's Bad Hygiene. Maybe I'll try that out in New Arkham. Since, yeah, that way we can play around with how this stuff works out. You know what? I'm actually kind of tempted to try using some debug commands to maybe force some kind of relationship going on here between these two. Just because it seems like... Well, maybe I am just being a silly man. Wait, your eating is only okay? Didn't I give you like a bionic jaw? Yeah, advanced bionic jaw, and that doesn't improve your eating? Let's see here. 190, 190, 160, 160, 130. Alright. I mean, I could make this a lot better, because I could literally replace all of his organs with synthetic parts. But prepare carefully apparently doesn't let you do that with all organs. I think that's because prepare carefully doesn't necessarily account for the expanded prosthetics and organ engineering mod, maybe? Or maybe it's just a thing that'd be too overpowered to let you completely make a person a full-on robot right out of the gate. Maybe. Yeah. Actually, I'm also told that these bionic arms are not necessarily the best arms, and there are, in fact, arms that are better still. I just figured advanced bionic was the best there was, but that is not necessarily the case, I understand. And again, of course, we could replace... The only thing that I really miss about this, or that really disappoints me, is that I wasn't able to give him a kryptonite heart. Yes. The one missing piece. Oh my goodness. It's getting really cold in here. Well, we have more steel. I could just... Would it even make sense to put down a third heater at this point? Or would there be so much, like, heat bleeding through the walls that it wouldn't make a difference? I don't know. Oh, wait, are we out of human lever? Apparently we are. Alright. I'm a little surprised by that, but, you know, all good things have to come to an end. Actually, really surprised we're not getting any raids at all. Like, where are the raids? We are on Cassandra, right? Let's see here. Choose storyteller. Yeah, Cassandra on intense. I don't know. I feel like we haven't gotten as much as I might have thought we would get. Let's see. Only 137 granite blocks. We'll go for hydroponics. We might actually need that in order to get other stuff going here. In fact, oh no, hydroponics would require a sun lamp, and I don't think we're producing quite enough power for that. You know, it might be you know what? Because having extra walls is not, like, I don't have the resources to do that, let's just put down a third heater and see if that helps us at all. Want that? Let's find out. Alright, so you're 41, you're 42, and you're 40. Let's find out if this brings... Well, it is slowly bringing the temperature up a little bit. Alright, now it's almost winter, so it's going to get really, really cold. I think like negative 100 or more. Actually, that's probably why we're not seeing any raids. But then again, you'd figure we'd get mechanoid raids or something at this point. I'm pretty sure the game doesn't spawn stuff if the stuff couldn't survive. That wasn't always the case, but I remember at some point, I think... What are we? We're in Alpha 15 right now, right? I think it was Alpha 14 that added that. I think. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure of that. I know that was added at some point, basically, is where I'm going with that one. And since I guess Corbin has literally nothing better to do with his time, let's bump up the amount of meals you'll make to a nice, even 180, I think. I mean, the fact that we're able to have such a vast stockpile is great. In fact, excuse me, I might even want to sell off some of our excess at some point just to free up some space here. Or alternatively, if we get some good colonists, we might, like just like a random wanderer or something, it might be worth our while to actually try. Oh yeah, look at that, it's nice and warm in here now. Alright, that's good enough. Unless it gets really, really cold in winter, which it might, because I have heard of cases where, like, if you really set things up, you can get really cold temperatures in this game. Like, I think if I had just set the planet to be at maximum coldness, then this sea ice would probably would have been -50 just in the summer, which would have been pretty crazy when you think about it. But overall, things seem to be going very nicely here. And I guess we'll put down some more stockpile areas just around here. For the time being, since we're not exactly doing anything else with all this space. And alright, research. You can maybe do some psychite refining. And we're really just blowing through the tech tree here, aren't we? Here I was thinking it would take like 10,000 episodes to get any progress with research if I didn't speed things up. Shows what I know. Anyway, with this relatively quiet episode under our belts, let's wrap things up again. So until the next time, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button or maybe leave me a comment down below to let me know what you're thinking. And I will see you all in the next video.